He's Steve Smith, Turner's sports analyst, and Sparty. And I didn't realize, Steve, you spent 4 years at Michigan State. Would you have done that now if you were playing?
You know, Dan, I had such a phenomenal time at Michigan State. I think for sure I'd have done 4 years again. And to get a chance to win, for sure.
Wow. You have the freshman with West Virginia saying Kentucky's going to be 36-1 by tomorrow. Would you have a problem? Do you have a problem with him saying that? And being a freshman and you're facing Kentucky?
No, I don't think so. I mean, he has nothing to lose. Dan, I think you got to come out there and obviously you put the spotlight on yourself. And if you can come out and handle it, but if you come out and you have one of those games where you don't do anything, I mean, obviously you put a lot of pressure on yourself. But I think for them is they got to mentally get prepared. They got to feel like they're the better team coming in because you're going up against a team in Kentucky where do you find the weaknesses on their club? There's really none at the college level right now, other than you hopefully that you can come out and impose your will. And I love listening to you. You're right. West Virginia will foul, and maybe they're missing free throws. And I think for them just to be relentless, and you got to match them on the glass. That's where Kentucky a plus 7.4 rebounding margin. That's where they really get an edge, even if they're not shooting the basketball well.
Did you face anybody similar to Kentucky with that length when you played?
I wouldn't say length, no, Dan, but I did play against that UNLV team with Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon when they were undefeated. And obviously it wasn't in the tournament, but it was early in the year. And I was friends with those guys watching those 2-year runs where, you had to come out and have one of those games, and you also had to have guys that wasn't afraid of playing Kentucky. Obviously they're the most talented team this year in UNLV back then, but you got to have a team and a coaching staff that's not afraid of playing Kentucky, and you can feel that when the jump ball. Cincinnati wasn't afraid; they just didn't come away to win. I like the way they approached the game. I mean, it got physical, got a little ugly, but you can see on those kids' faces and coaching staff, they were not afraid at all.
Do you believe the rumor that Calipari still has an itch to coach in the NBA?
I don't know. I mean, obviously that might be something, and, we all can't speak for Calipari. I will say he's done an excellent job of managing these, I would say, high school superstars that's on his team right now and making sure those guys understand it's not about you, it's about winning. So I will give him a lot of credit. Whether he goes to the NBA or not, that's his career, prerogative. But I think what he's doing right now to be able to manage this team, to be undefeated, has been phenomenal.
I just can't see him leaving unless what coaching situation is he walking into? He could have walked into the Cavs coaching situation, and I would have understood that. But I can't see a ready like Adwater and Stir championship team that he'd be walking into right now.
You're right. Unless obviously these rumors, Dan, we all deal with in the media. Unless there's a team like you said that one of these 6 or 7 teams where somehow ownership and general managers saying if they don't get it done this year, we're making a change. But, just going up and down the East and going up and down the West, who could that be? Is that Chicago? I'm just throwing it out there, Dan. I can't see that as well. I mean, I don't know in the West.
Well, he'd be coaching Derrick Rose.
Well, I guess that's the connection.
Yeah.
But I think in the West, can you be mad at any team that if you don't win the NBA Finals out of the West? I mean, to win the West is almost like winning the NBA Finals. So I can't see you put pressure on a coach 1 through 8 that he didn't get it done in the West. Because how can you say, we were supposed to win the championship in the Western Conference?
He's Steve Smith, Turner sports analyst. I like that Calipari to the Bulls rumor. We can get that started here where he's reunited with Derrick Rose. Do you have to like your teammates? When you played in the NBA, did you get along with your teammates when you look at the –
Dan, great question. I think more at the college level you do because you're around each other so much. I mean, if you just talk about how much these kids been together just in the March Madness and throughout the year, and not only that, going to class and study hall and – they eat together, they do everything together. And the NBA, after practice, I don't have to see him again until the next practice. And obviously, at our level, in probably 2 or 3 more weeks, he's probably going to get traded or I'm going to get traded. So it's no love lost. You have a couple friends. You got to respect your teammates at every level, I think, to be successful. But I think at the NBA level, it's a job. but I think also, obviously, it helps if you have a friendship. But the type of friendship where, Dan, if me and you were teammates, I can respect you getting on me, and you can respect me. I can respect you getting on me, and we still can be able to go out there and do our jobs. I think that's where you need that respect.
Well, what about Kevin Love and LeBron James?
And I think I would be more interested in this if it was something that they had been playing 4, 5, 6 years together. They haven't been together but 8, 9 months. It can evolve into a great friendship, or this can blow up. But I think as of right now, both guys want to win. Both guys, that's what you play the game for, even though LeBron has won, some championships before. And I think for Kevin Love this is a great chance of winning. Don't blow this on you're not happy with your relationship with LeBron. Go out and try to win, and that solves everything.
How can you – I just try to look at logic, apply logic, which probably gets me in trouble here. But here's a guy who's not sure if he's the second option some night or the third option or the fourth option, if he's going to play the fourth quarter, if the star player likes him. How do you stay in a situation like that, even if you're winning?
I think if you win it all, there will be a role for you. I think also for Kevin Love and after you win it, you might say, hey, this is not a fit. But I think the one thing is the deadline is over, the trade deadline. If you really weren't happy, if you were talking about Kevin Love and, should have made those bones that picked then and maybe got traded, I'm obviously somebody would have picked him up. But since the trade deadline is over and you're in it, you have – with 3 months left, April, May, June, basically, go out and win it. I think that helps you individually, helps the team, and also helps you if you're looking to move. But then also if you can see, well, we won it together. I think the focus from everybody now on the NBA team has to be go out and win it, and then you take your individual thoughts and also wishes. You put those aside and go out there and just try to win it. If you try to win it and you win it, it'll solve everything.
Yeah. I asked him, is he more likely to leave if they win or stay? And he said, well, when you're winning, you want to stay. I get the feeling, hey, I got my title. Now I want to go back. I want to go back to being the man. He's been the man since he's probably been in fourth grade. And now all of a sudden you're going, how many shots am I getting tonight? What's my role tonight? And
then is that more important than winning? And I mean, that's the question.
I don't know. He's going to make his money. But
yeah, we could take the money out of the side. He's going to get max.
Yeah.
I think, or whatever, close to max, whatever it's going to be.
I wonder if will the Cavs max him? Okay, here's one for you. Here's my question. I already gave my answer yesterday. If the Cavs had a mulligan, would they have kept Wiggins instead of trading for Kevin Love?
I don't think so. I think you're looking at the present team right now.
I would take Wiggins. I bet you they would have taken Wiggins. Can play defense. He'd play in the fourth quarter. Look, he's not going to cost you anything for the next couple of years. Oh man, I think if they had a do-over,
I think you're looking at Wiggins now, Dan, and you're right. But would he had a chance to take 15, 20 shots? Would he have had a chance to make those mistakes with this Cleveland Cavalier teams where they were presently constructed to win right now, playing with LeBron? Would the ball even be in his hands with LeBron, Kyrie? Would he even touch it as much?
But he'd be the third or fourth option, and he didn't have the pressure that he would have. That in Minnesota, he's got to be the guy there. At least you're able to ease in. You don't have to be a star. And
I think sometimes being a guy helps you evolve. Taking 20 shots and getting a feel and you accepting the double teams, whereas we all go in hindsight. That's what we're playing right now. Then say if he was LeBron and him, he had 4 shots or 6 shots. How much is he effective on 6 shots?
But then he's going to be on the defensive end. They take out Love in the fourth quarter, Steve.
But he's a big. I mean, and that's a testament to what Tristan Thompson's doing. That's a testament. But I think what you have in JR and also Shumpert, they're not Wiggins right now and what his potential is, but you have battle-tested to win now. I mean, it's a great argument. I like it, Dan.
Yeah, but I hear that if he had signed with LeBron's agency, then they wouldn't have traded him. This is what I was told that. I mean,
boy, you are digging deep, man. I'm loving it. You are digging deep. He'd have been in the commercials with LeBron, so we're going to keep going. Huh?
Hell yes. Hey, have fun tonight. Always good to connect with you, Steve. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Dan.
All right, that's Steve Smith, Turner and CBS Sports.